Things could be going from worse to nightmarish for Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn developer A44 Games, after this game has been absolutely abandoned by its players and it did not sell well at all to begin with. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. Wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com, and there is a new rumor that A44 Games is expecting even more layoffs following the failure of Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn. A user on Reset Era who has since edited his comment to remove it. It literally just says edit now instead of where what he originally wrote. And what he originally wrote was, I have a friend of a friend who resigned from the company. He is expecting massive layoffs. Does not bode well, sadly. That original post was made on July 21st and was screen capped by X user Pirate Nation and shared to X just a couple of days ago. You can see the post right here. And as Pirate Nation points out, this does come, or his post comes, following Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, attempting to make their game look successful by claiming it had over 500,000 new members of the Coalition Army across PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. They said that's huge. However, that doesn't mean that it sold 500,000 copies. This game was on Game Pass, and many people were just playing it through that. So that could be a significant portion of this $500,000 number, because we know the PC numbers are not good. We've seen those. I don't think it even went over 700. I think the last I just checked, it was below 150, I think. It was not doing well at all. Actually, let's just take a look at what it looks like right now. You can see we are here over at SteamDB, and you can see the 24-hour peak was 108. And there are only 56 people playing right now. So not good at all. Again, this is 2 weeks after this game released, only 108 people there. And I'm sure people will say, well, that's because the game is only 11 hours. They played it and they already finished it and completed it. And sure, that is the case, but one would hope that there would be word of mouth saying like, oh, this game is good. You should play it. Go and purchase it. And you'd have that kind of concurrent peak number at least saying somewhat higher than 108, but it is falling off. It is going down, meaning it's unlikely that they are getting any sales following the initial release. So back to this rumor about the layoffs. We had seen a report from former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern back on July 21st, the same day that rumor hit Reset Era. He noted that a lot of staff had already been laid off and the game has no players, no weekend spike. He added this, interestingly enough, Sweet Baby Inc. has been scrubbed from the credits, even though Cabrutus Rambo has all the receipts. They were involved. I do as well. That was all in the Edge magazine interview that the former COO of the company, Audria Tops Harjo, I believe is her name, gave to Edge magazine, confirming that Kim Belair was working on this game and had done significant work on the narrative. Grums also shared an image in this post indicating all the individuals who worked at A44 and on the game who are no longer with the company. There is a lot. We've got Chanel Kwan, Eden Keelty, Jefferson Sage, Phil Kurtzman, Shashi Prakash Rai, Marie Charlotte Dern, Kurt Butler, Veronica Kratkova, Isaac Betts, Joshua Hayward, Max Bainbridge, Sunho Song, Zhenjiao Gu, Ashish Nagarkoti, Alan Iyer, Dutron, Logan Brett, Constantine Paradis, Laura Hudson, Ashley Jeffalone, Susie Goodman Matson, Chad Rennes, Alan Yang, Emmanuel Pescatori, Sean Furman, Daniel Bowling Walsh, Sean Elaine, Rebecca Sharp, Stefan DeVitt, and Grace Burt. I did go through and look at some of these individuals, and they have indeed left the company. They're not working there anymore. And they all seem to have left in May 2024. just a couple of months ago. So you can see here is Chanel Keown's LinkedIn. You can see November 2022 to May 2024. She is no longer there at A44 Games. Same with Eden Keelty here. You can see September 2022 to May 2024, no longer with A44. Phil Kurtzman also noted he ended employment with A44 in May. You can see July 2022 to May 2024. And then here's Marie Charlotte Dern. This one is a little interesting because it shows that she joined a new company, FX Chamber, in July. It also says she's still working at A44 Games. It says there, obviously, March 2023 to present. So it's unclear if she is still actually working there or if she just did not update her end date at A44 Games, given she has already worked on or she's already moved on to another company. And then obviously I didn't include this in the article, but I did also look up, what's this guy's name? Jefferson Sage. He also does say that he's still working there. So those are the kind of 5-6 people that I looked at of this list. Most of them have indeed gone on, no longer working at A44, even though they were in the credits when the game released. So they even weren't working there when the game released, right? Because I think this game released, what we said 2 weeks ago. So it released in like July 18th or something like that, I think. And these people have posted on their LinkedIn that they stopped working there in May. So that is a lot. That's a lot of people. And as Drums pointed out, he says here, many more devs have been moved to the special thanks section, which stands against most credit guidelines and points to high studio turnover even before the game was launched. Yet, if you actually look at that, you can see that Adria Tops Harjo is in that special thanks section, and she was no longer with the company when it released. She had been replaced. So it looks like they already had a big layoffs. Lots of people left in May. At the very least, there is a rumor that there could be more coming, but we'll see what happens. But obviously not looking good for Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn. They are trying to make it look good by posting this 500,000 people are now have playing the game. But I think a lot of that probably comes from Game Pass, not actual sales, because we can see, again, look over here, literally peak concurrent 648. The last 24-hour peak, 108. And if you want to look at the sales here, owner estimations, Gamealytic just says 11.5. Play Tracker says 27.8. VG Insights, 14.8. And if you want to look at the most, the previous Sweet Baby Inc. game, let's look at Zao. Tales of Kanzera Zao. It's just going to show up here. It's not even showing up. Oh, there it is. We got to go all the way down here. We can see kind of what those sales were. Again, 14.9, 16.1, 18.4. So very similar numbers to what we're seeing from Flintlock. Obviously, Zao has been out a little bit longer, so those numbers are a little bit higher. But you can see even on the high end, 27.8 from Play Tracker for Flintlock. We're looking at 18.4 on Zao, but that lower number for VG Insights, 14.9 for Zao, is kind of similar to what we're seeing from VG Insights here with Flintlock. So similar sales from the most two recent confirmed Sweet Baby Inc. infected games. And that tells you that players have no interest in playing games that Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in. Or at the very least, maybe they're interested in playing, as we see with the 500,000 number from Game Pass, but they have no interest in purchasing Sweet Baby Inc. infected games. But let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn, this rumor that there could be even more layoffs after they saw a significant number of their employees leaving the company in May, which either indicates they did indeed lay those people off, or they all just happened to leave at the same time. Let me know what you guys make of that. Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, especially to each other, but to always speak the truth.